a grihastha should live if you want to go for liberation, how he should live, and household activities after some age. I will just reply this coming in between. Same some important thing. Is about for the householders, like householders after some after completing all their responsibilities, like after 50-year age, they can go to sannyas, vanprastha sannyas, and leave the household activities. So now this next section 36 to 40, this is about how a sannyasi should not come back. It is very much abominable thing if a sannyasi comes back and engages in material activities. यह प्रव्रजग्रहात् पूर्वं त्रिवर्गावपनात् पुनः यदि सेवेत तान् भिक्षु सा वै वातांच पत्रवः. यह one who प्रव्रज being finished for good and leaving for the forest. Being situated in transcendental bliss, Grahat from home Purvam at first three Varga, the three principles of religion, economic development and sense gratification. Apna, from the field in which they are sown. Puna again Yadi, if Sevata should accept Tan materialistic activity, Bhikshu, a person who has accepted sannyas or Sa, that person by indeed Vantanshi, one who eats his own vomit, Aptrapaha, without shame. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada, Sri Prabhupada ki Jai. One who accepts the sannyas order, Brahmachari, Vanprastha, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanprastha, Sannyas. Sannyas is the fourth order. So one who accepts the sannyas order gives up the three principles of materialistic activities in which one indulges in the field of household life, namely religion, economic development, and sense gratification, dharma, artha, and kama. One who first accepts sannyas but then returns to such materialistic activities, first accepts sannyas and return to such materialistic activity is to be called a vantanshi. Okay, like who left household activities and went for bhakti, and that is called sannyasi. So who is coming back from sannyasi and again indulging in household activities, that person is called vantanshi. Vantashi. One vantashi means one who eats his own vomit. Whatever is vomited, after vomiting, whatever is thrown out, eating same back. He is indeed a shameless person. Materialistic activities are regulated by the institution of Varnashram Dharma. Okay, with Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and yeah, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and four ashram, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanprastha, Sannyas. So without this Varnashram Dharma, materialistic activities constitute animal life. Yet, even in human life, while observing the principles of Varna and Ashrama, one must ultimately accept sannyas. That is the final thing, the renounce order. For only by the renounce order can one be situated in Brahmasukha or transcendental bliss. So ultimately, one has to take sannyas. Okay, that is the ideal way of life. Whether take directly brahmachari, skip in between two things and go direct take sannyas. Okay, or brahmachari, grihastha, vanprastha, and then sannyas. Okay, so one who can just understand by the uh, words of Shastra, he will directly one brahmachari to sannyas. One who want to try, okay, let me see what is there in Grihasthasana, he can go in that way. Or it's not always that also. Sometimes there are instructions from Guru. So Guru may say, okay, one may want to directly take sannyas, but Guru may say, no, you are supposed, I want you to get married and have some kids and do this service. So that's fine. Okay, so like Priyavrat Maharaj, fifth canto we study. Priyavrat Maharaj was living there like no problem. Okay, he was living in the ashram of Naradji. But there was a situation, Guru said, Brahmaji came, everybody came. So he came and married. But that was glorious. Why? Because he did. Because his Guru said, his forefather said. Naradji also agreed, and Brahma also said. And there was a service for humanity, for bhakti, for everything. There was an important thing to do. So, as elders ordered him, he came and he just became glorious. And he did that service wonderfully, and he perfected his life even that. After even he left ashram and came and married and then ruled for many years, he became such a powerful king, a glorious king. And he went back home, back to Godhead also. And his sons were glorious. Priyavrat Maharaj, 3 sons became future Manu, right? Such are the glories. So in Brahma Sukha, one is no longer attracted by lusty desires. Indeed, when one is no longer disturbed, especially when one is no longer disturbed, especially by lusty desires for sexual indulgence, he is fit to become a sannyasi. Otherwise, one should not accept the sannyas. If one accepts sannyas at an immature state, there is every possibility of his being attracted by women and lusty desires, and thus again becoming a so-called grasta or a victim of women. Such a person is most shameless, and he is called one tashi, or one who eats that which he has already vomited. He certainly leads a condemned life. In our Krishna consciousness movement, it is advised, therefore, that the sannyasi and brahmacharis keep strictly aloof from the association of women so that there will be no chance of their falling down again as victims of lusty desires. ये स्वदेहा स्मृतो नात्मा मर्त्यो विक्रमी भस्मवत् तायेनमात्मसात् कृत्वा श्लाघयन्ति सत्तमः. Yea, by sannyasis who swadeha, own body smrita, consider atma different from the soul, martya, subjected to death with wit, becoming a stool, creamy worms, bhashmat or ashes, they such person, enam this body, atma sati kritva. Again identifying with the self, slagyanti, glorify as very important, he indeed. Asattamaha, the greatest rascals. Sannyasis who first consider that the body is subject to death when it will be transformed into stool, worms, or ashes. 3 destinies. But who again give importance to the body and glorify it as the self are to be considered the greatest rascals. Initially, they were telling body is useless and it will be died and it will turn into stool, worms, or ashes. And later on, they come back and they start glorifying this. So they are not very good situation. A sannyasi is one who has clearly understood through the advancement in knowledge that Brahman means soul. The person himself is the soul and not the body. So Brahman means soul. Sometimes people get confused. Brahma. Brahman means soul. Brahma means that person who is Brahma. That is Brahma or Brahma. Brahma means soul. Aham Brahmasmi, मैं soul हूँ, I am soul. So that is Brahma. And Brahma is another person. Okay, Brahma is a person who has a soul. Soul means Brahma. So Brahma Brahma is what? Brahma is another type of, another, like I am also soul, so Brahma is also one soul. Soul means, soul meaning is Brahma. But that soul who is in such type of body, is that post name is Brahma. Brahm and Brahma is different. Okay, Brahm means soul. Brahma means that post who does secondary creation, who creates this universe as Krishna orders him. Okay, and Brahman is also sometimes referred to the effulgence which comes out of Krishna's body. That is also called Brahman, Supreme Brahman. And there is called Supreme Brahman or Parabrahma. Okay, so Brahma means soul, Parabrahm means super soul or Krishna. Okay, clear terminology. Sometimes new people may not be familiar with this. So I just explained because these terms keeps coming again and again. Okay. Initially I was very much confused. What is this? Brahma, Brahman, Parabrahma. Everything's same. Okay, so Brahma means soul. Sometimes people say Aham Brahmasmi, I am soul. But sometimes they take another meaning. Aham Brahmasmi, I am God. Brahma, I am Brahman, Supreme Soul, I am Supreme Soul. Like that. No, Supreme Soul is Parabrahma. Aham Brahma, I am soul, Krishna is super soul. Okay. The sannyasi is one who has clearly understood through advancement in knowledge that Brahman, he, the person himself, okay, is the soul, not the body. Okay, so knowing this, I am Brahma, I am soul, I am not this body. Knowing this, okay, they are talking that after advancement in knowledge, one understands this that I am Brahma. So Brahma Janati ti Brahmana. So who knows this that I am Brahma, he is called Brahman. Okay, one who has this understanding may take sannyas or he is situated in the Aham Brahmasmi position. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na Shochati na Kachati. Such a person who no longer laments or interests to maintain his body and who can accept all living entities as spirit souls can then enter the devotional service of the Lord. Okay. If one, this sloka has come many times. Brahma Bhut Prasannatma na Sochati na Kamchati Samasarveshu Bhutesu na Dukam Lapte Param. Okay, many times this has come, so you should be very familiar. Actually, if you are making notes, you should note down these slokas which are coming again and again. If one does not enter the devotional service of the Lord, but artificially considers himself Brahman or Narayan, I said, no? Some people start thinking that they are actually Narayan or they are actually Brahman, Supreme Brahman, Parabrahman. Okay, so they are not perfectly understanding that the soul and body are different. One certainly falls down. Patanti adaha. This also again has come. Aruha Krishna pada. That is sloka. Such a person again gives importance to the body. There are many sannyasis in India who stress the importance of the body. Some of them give a special importance to the body of the poor man, Garib, Daridra, accepting him as Daridra Narayan. This thing also many times has come. Okay, in purports that don't call any poor man as Daridra Narayan. He is not Narayan. Okay. First of all, nobody can become Narayan. Second, Narayan can never become Daridra. He is Lakshmi's husband. How can he become Daridra? So some people are Daridra Narayan. So accepting him as Daridra Narayan, as if Narayan had a material body. Many other sannyasis stress the importance of the social position of the body as a social position of the body as Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Such sannyasis are considered the greatest rascals. Asattamaha. They are shameless because they have not yet understood the difference between the body and the soul, and instead have accepted the body of a Brahman to be a Brahman because he is having a body. Brahman son, na? So he's also Brahman. Body, their consciousness is based on body. So they are like not very authorized sannyasis. Brahmanism, Brahmanya consists of the knowledge of Brahman. Who is Brahman? Brahma janati iti Brahman. Okay, but actually the body of a Brahman is not Brahman. This body, one person is Brahman, okay, but his body is not Brahman. So don't get confused in Brahman and Brahman. Brahman and Brahman, different terms, okay. Brahman is soul and his status is Brahman. So that Brahman, who is Brahman? Who knows that he is Brahman, okay. So some people consider that the Brahman, his body is Brahman. They don't have idea about soul, so they consider his body as Brahman. Okay, that's what he is saying. They are not authorized people. Okay. Similarly, the body, because body is nothing. Body is dead. Okay. Similarly, the body is neither rich or nor poor. I mean, don't go with literally that body is nothing. I mean, here in this context, I said the real thing is soul. Body will be here after death. Okay, body keeps changing, right? So if the body of a poor man were Daridra Narayan, this would mean that the body of a rich man or the contrary must be Dhani Narayan. If for poor man you call Daridra Narayan, then for rich man you should call Dhani Narayan. Therefore, sannyasis who do not know the meaning of Narayan, those who regard the body as Brahman, they consider body only as soul or as Brahman or as Narayan, because the person is poor. Soul is no poor nor rich. The body is like that. So they consider the body as Narayan or Brahman are described here as Asattama. Okay. So Brahman term is used very different way. Atma, Brahman, these are such terms which can have different meaning in different contexts. Sometimes Brahman means directly Supreme Brahman also. Sometimes Brahman means Atma. Okay. So they are Asattama, the most abominable rascals. Following the bodily concept of life, such sannyasis make various programs to serve the body. They conduct farcical missions consisting of so-called religious activities meant to mislead all of human society. These sannyasis have been described here in Aptraptaha and Asattama. Shameless, Apatrapaha and Asattama. Shameless and falling from spiritual life. Okay. 39 and 38 and 39. Grahastasya kriya tyago vrityago vatorapi tapasvino gram seva bhikshorindriya lolata asrama prasada hete khalvashram vidambana deva maya vimudastan upechetanukampaya. Grahastasya, for person situated in householder life, kriya tyaga, to give up the duty of household, Vritatyaga, to give up vows and austerity, Vato, from a brahmachari, Api, also Tapasvina, for a vanprastha and who has adopted a life of austerities, Gram Seva, to live in village and serve the people therein, Viksho, for a sannyasi to live by begging alms, Indriya Lolata, addicted to sense enjoyment, Ashrama of the spiritual orders of life, Apasadaha, the most abominable. He indeed ate all this khalu, indeed ashram bidambanaha, imitating and therefore cheating the different spiritual orders. Deva Maya Vimudan, who are bewildered by the external energy of the Supreme Lord. Tan then Upekshana, one should reject and not accept as genuine. Anukampaya, or by compassion, teach them real life. It is abominable for a person living in the Grahast ashram to give up the regulative principles. For a brahmachari, it is abominable for a person living in Grihastha ashram. What is abominable? To give up the regulatory principle. For a brahmachari, not to follow the brahmachari vows while living under the care of the guru. For a vanprastha, to live in the village and engage in so-called social activities. It's living in the village and engaging in social activities. Or for a sannyasi, to be addicted to sense gratification. Okay. So Grasta should do regulatory principles, follow, he should follow. Brahmachari should follow the order of the Guru and the vows he has taken, and Vanprasthi should not live in the village and social activities, and sannyasi should not be addicted to sense gratification. One who acts in this way is to be considered who is not following this. Okay, means Grasta not following regulatory principle, Brahmachari not following his vows which he has taken under the care of Guru, Vanprastha not living in the village, Vanprastha living in the village and engaging in super activities, and sannyasi who is addicted to sense gratification. One who acts in this way is to be considered the lowest renegade. Such a pretender is bewildered by the external energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one should either reject him from any position or taking compassion upon him, teach him, if possible, to resume his original position. So either you reject him, or if you have good position, and then if you out of compassion you can teach also. He should not do this, he should do this. So we have repeatedly stressed that human culture does not begin unless one takes to the principles of Varnashram Dharma. Although Grihastha life is concession for the enjoyment of sex, one cannot enjoy sex without the rules and regulations of household life. Furthermore, as already instructed, a brahmachari must live under the care of the guru. Brahmachari gurukule vasantanto guru hitam. If a brahmachari does not live under the care of the guru, if a one person engages in ordinary activities, or if a sannyasi is greedy and eats meat, eggs, and all kinds of nonsense for the satisfaction of his tongue, he is a cheater and should immediately be rejected as unimportant. Such persons should be shown compassion, and if one has sufficient strength, one should teach them to stop them from following the wrong path in life. Otherwise, one should reject them and pay them no attention. So, if you can see such people, either you reject them, or if you have compassion or strength, you can teach them that they should not do this thing, they are doing wrong. Okay, otherwise, if you can't correct, if you can teach them, then you just reject them, give no attention to it. Okay. आत्मानं चेदुजानीयात् परं ज्ञानधुताशयः किमिच्छन् कस्य वा हेतोर्देहं पुष्णाति लम्पटः. Atmanan, the soul and the super soul, Chet, if Vijaniyat can understand Param, who are transcendental beyond this material, Jnana by knowledge, Dhut Ashaya, one who has cleansed his consciousness, Kim, what, Ichham, desiring material, Gumbat, Kase, for whom, Va, or Heto, for what reason, Deham, the material body, Pushnati, maintains Lampataha, being unlawful, addicted to sense gratification. The human form of body is meant for understanding the self and the supreme self. Self and the supreme self, Brahman and Parabrahman. Okay, supreme self, the supreme personality of Godhead, both of whom are transcendently situated. If both of them can be understood when one is purified by advanced knowledge, for what reason and for whom does a foolish, greedy person maintain the body for sense gratification? Okay. If both of them can be understood when one is purified by advanced knowledge, for what reason and for whom does a foolish, greedy person maintain the body for gratification? Of course, everyone in this material is interested in maintaining the body for sense gratification. But by cultivating knowledge, by cultivating knowledge, one should gradually understand that the body is not the self. Both the soul and the super soul are transcendental to the material world. This is to be understood in the human form of life, especially when one takes sannyas. So in this body, soul is there, super soul is there. Both are transcendental to this material world. Okay, a sannyasi, one who has understood the self, should be engaged in elevating the self and associating with the super soul. Our Krishna consciousness movement, ISKCON, is meant for elevating the living being for promotion back home, back to God. Seeking such elevation is one's duty in the human form of life. Unless one performs this duty, why should one maintain the body? Especially If a sannyasi not only maintains the body by ordinary means, but does everything to maintain the body, including even eating meat and other abominable things, he must be a lampada, a greedy person, simply engaged in sense gratification. Okay. A sannyasi must specifically remove himself from the urges of the tongue, belly and genitals, jiva udar upastvegam, which disturb one as long as one is not fully aware that the body is separate from the soul. Okay. Unless we realize this, that I am separated, I am not body, I am different than body, I am soul, part and parcel of Krishna. Unless we realize this, we will be suffered or we will be agitated by our tongue, belly, and genitals. Okay. This is in one, in Upadeshamrita Rupa Goswami says, Jiva Udar Upastvegam. These are in same line, tongue, belly, and genitals. So if tongue can be controlled, other two can be very easily controlled. There won't be any problem. Okay. So if sannyasi, he can maintain his body just by simple things. Okay, you don't need much thing. But if he is too much involved, maintaining body is required because body has to be there to perform bhakti. But too much maintaining body, like eating meat, eggs. There are some people who can eat anything. So many swamis, sannyasis, they are eating onion, garlic, taking chaya. Babajis are taking chai, tea, coffee. So that's not very right. Okay, they are not following properly. But our idea should not be this. I mean, we should not go with a lens who is following, who is not following. We don't have to be too much checking everybody, not finding fault all the time. What we can do is, like, when we come in some interaction, we match with Shastra, Guru, Sadhu, Sas, and we follow and we keep distance. For our protection, we can check, but not our intention should be that nobody should cheat me, and nobody should, and we should find some bona fide person to uplift ourselves. But we should not think other way, like I know now who is right and who is wrong, and let me find out, hey, you are doing wrong, hey, you are doing this wrong. We should not do that too much. We should find fault in others only if you are authorized. Okay, like if you are guru, so you can find for tell your disciples, hey, don't do this, don't do this. Otherwise, unnecessary, we should not find fault also. So it has to be balanced properly with higher maturity. Otherwise, sometimes because Vaishnava Kriya Mudra, we can Vaishnava's actions we cannot understand also. Some Vaishnavas also, great Vaishnavas may look at it. What is this? He is engaged in so many things. You may think he is bad, but so we